want to know what's going on. It's a lot of question marks now. A lot of people was puzzled about the G Herbo. The G Herbo shit ain't got none on this one. Ain't got none on this one. Now I'm thinking that it could be a, you know what I'm saying, but the G Herbo shit ain't got none on this one though.
Wait, hold on. When did you send that to me?
It's in your shit
Oh,
right
never
there.
mind. I went back. I thought it was in the triple threat one. Okay.
No.
So Rodwave's artist OMN Tweet found not guilty in federal gun case. Prosecutors had DNA rap videos with gun and pictures of him with the gun. He still beat the case.
So a lot of people want to know, how did homie DNA was found on the gun? They got a video of him holding the gun, and he still beat the case. Now,
But why would you say they had DNA? Because if you really look at the caption, they said they had DNA, but they didn't say the DNA was on the gun.
but if they had DNA, the only thing could be if they did, like, they ain't finna just have your DNA, so they had to get the DNA off the gun.
You assuming they had to get the
I'm
DNA out of the
assuming.
gun.
I'm assuming.
Because and again, we just reading off the what they posted. But another thing, it could have been a situation where maybe they seized the DNA illegally. Maybe it had to be a technicality somewhere.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the only way I see him beating this, and they saying they had
Well,
DNA.
hold on. He said found not guilty. That means he went to trial.
Yeah, he would. That's what I'm saying. He beat it.
Yeah, they
So,
ain't have something. Something wasn't shown or provided. Um, to the point the jury felt like, nah. And then I think at this point, to be honest, I feel like this point, using rap videos and pictures, I don't think juries is going for that shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be
right,
honest, because now that I'm looking, I'm still, this is not off of no paperwork. This is just reaction to the situation. I'm sitting here just looking at the caption and I'm just like, okay, it's a gun case. Again, they say prosecutors had DNA, but they don't specify that the DNA was on the gun, right? They saying they have
right.
rap videos with gun and pictures of him with the gun. Did they ever have the actual gun? And I feel like just based on if that's the evidence, I mean, I feel like people are now getting help to what the feds and police are trying to do with using, visuals, you know what I'm saying? Like videos, things like that. I just feel like at this point, it's so much up in the air. Shout out to Chicago for that. Like people are getting hip to that and not really buying that shit.
Right.
That's just how I feel about it.
And I want to say this too. I was trying to put it, see was it on what's the name, but I want to say this too. And a lot of people, because I seen my boy Trapping ain't dead. He say beat a Fed case at that, and I just want to highlight this. Majority of the Fed cases, the reason why they win them, because people cop out. They don't fight them.
Right.
They don't
Like
fight
you
them.
have to look at the statistics of their win at trial.
Right.
See, that's just like, if you really think about public defenders have a high rate too because they take pleas. They get their clients to take pleas, but the real statistics that you would want to see is how many trials do they win and how many do they lose. Not how
Right.
many overall cases end in a conviction because a plea deal is a conviction.
Right. And that's facts. And that's most definitely true, because it's like, if the hype is only because a lot of them cop out and take, you know what I'm saying, the deal. If
Hmm.
more people start going to trial and fighting the case, their conviction rate will go down. Because
What's the rapper in Florida that beat the feds twice? What was his name?
Blood Raw.
Blood Raw.
Last week we did a whole after Mickey and motherfucker Marita Boy Hall last. I did a whole. We listened to the mixtape. Goddamn it, we really chimed in. I gave y'all the backstory. I let y'all. I pulled up his little interview about Jeezy. Blood Raw beat the feds 2 times, and his mama beat him 1 time.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? Hey, that shit is beatable. It's just the hype around it. It's like when they come
And
get
the
you,
risk of it, like this is the thing. A
right?
lot of people be like, I'm not even about to, take my chances and go to trial. And some people like, hell, if you offer me 20 years and based on the max and all that, I'm gonna still possibly get 20 years. I'm just gonna take my chances at trial.
Right. They say, do you feel like King Yellow a rat, Mickey? Did we ever really discuss?
No,
I'm not,
because he came out.
I know we discussed the situation. Did we ever really politic on what he did? Is it ratting or not?
Not really, because to be honest, y'all know me and music done went back and forth on the same panel so many times.
Right.
I feel like if your code is to not talk, not say nothing, right? And you are talking whether or not you are actually building a case, but if you give information, then you are a rat, right?
Right.
Now, that's more of a politic term to call somebody a rat. Like it got to be in your politics. Right now, would I say King Yella corroborated for sure? He corroborated. He sat there and confirmed, who was gang related. And like I said, anytime the gang task force is asking you questions and you answer the gang task force questions, you're corroborating on gang information. So,
Right.
like I said, I will say, as far as calling him a rat, it will be up to the people in his politics. Did he corroborate with law enforcement? Yes, he did, for sure.
Okay. Okay. Now I would say this. I feel like by the gang task force asking him and he responded is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Not once,
But
not twice, not three times before.
right. And we know what the gang task force is. The gang task force is identify gang members. So
Mhm.
that's like what's crazy to me. But when I before I really thought about it and what other people think about it, I was actually thinking how other people was thinking. Like these people is in their music saying they're a gang member, saying that they GD, BD or whatever. So when it first came out, I was like, he didn't say nothing that they didn't know already. But
Oh, that's a bad interpretation of
nah,
something
but
like that.
but that's how you know what I'm saying when I first thought about it, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, okay, shit, Dirk let us know he'll BD. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Well, obviously, that's not enough to use if they still have to ask you. See, that's my thing. If they still have to ask you a question, the police is not just going to ask you something just because they want to know if you know what they know. They ask you something so they can have a
confirmation.
actual
Confirmation.
person,
Right.
yes, say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, a Chicago gang member confirming other Chicago gang affiliation
Right.
and other affiliations of people that he's into it with.
That's why like I say at first when I first heard it, I was thinking about like in a like how they boast about it. So I'm like, shit, they already know it. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, that's their confirmation though. That's they proof that yeah, these guys really is what they say they is. So that's when I came like, yeah, he was tweaking.
I
You
think it
know,
was even more because he had the whole famous snitches or famous rats, whatever the name of the song was. I just feel like, to be honest, y'all, and shout out to Chicago for this because Chicago is the reason why I'm just drained with this whole snitch thing because they have watered it down so much to make it fit their narratives with different people to the point at this point, probably who knows what's what no more. Like I just don't even know. Why